Hello,
Hi, everybody.
we are live. Oh, look, I have a flower.
Yes, you do. Nice.
Yeah, been putting flowers and my scrunchie. I don't know if you can see my scrunchie, but it's like silver. I try to change the way I tie my hair up, like with different colors and things. So today's webinar is Sunday brunch, even though it's not brunch at the moment. Today is
North
Wednesday. Yeah, nor Sunday. Today's Wednesday. I've been getting very confused with my days of the week lately. Last Tuesday, I thought it was a Sunday. Because it really felt like a Sunday to me.
Yeah.
So yes, we have a webinar today with you guys. Today's Wednesday. It's now 1 minute past 7. So it's technically speaking evening time.
Yeah.
And our important question for you guys is, do you prefer breakfast or lunch? So in the comment section, let us know what is your name and do you prefer breakfast or lunch? In the meantime, we're going to introduce ourselves. So I am Joanna and I come from South Africa, from Cape Town, South Africa. And I live in the countryside of Bologna. I've been living in Bologna for 2.5 years, nearly 3 years. And I think I prefer lunch.
Yeah.
So in South Africa, I probably would prefer breakfast.
Okay.
But in Italy, I prefer lunch because here in Italy, I eat a lot differently than what I do in South Africa.
Yeah.
Because normally we have bigger meals for breakfast.
What's like a typical South African breakfast?
So we like the typical English breakfast. We don't tend to have it every day of the week. It really depends on the family. But normally, like an English breakfast, we would probably add, I don't know, we would probably add sausage to it as well. Some mushrooms, maybe. Let me think what's in our typical English breakfast. So we usually have 2 slices of toast, more if you like toast. Bacon, so the rashers of bacon, sausages, like a piece of tomato, like a grilled tomato, maybe baked beans, scrambled eggs, mushrooms, and yeah, I can't think of anything else, but we add a little bit more. Because South Africans love to eat. So what about you? Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Jenna. I'm from the Bahamas, and I've lived in Bologna for almost 4 years now.
Oh, wow. Really? In Bologna for almost 4 years?
Yeah, not continuously, but in total, yes.
So when you lived in Bologna, where else did you live in the 4 years?
So I lived in Bologna. It was 3 years that I was living in Bologna, and then I moved to Gran Canaria, and then we came back last May.
Oh,
I came back last April. Yeah.
And your boyfriend, did he come back before you or after?
He came back a little bit before.
Oh, all right. And he's originally from Bologna. Sorry for asking.
No. From Naples.
Oh, okay. It's very strange. Different combination. All right. And what is a typical breakfast? No, do you prefer breakfast or lunch?
Lunch. Yeah, because I tend to eat more at lunch, as I'm sure you do now.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes I skip breakfast entirely.
What?
Or I just have a coffee if I'm having a big, because I eat a lot for lunch. So
you eat a lot for lunch?
Yeah. And that keeps me going for the day. Like if I were to go to work at around 3 or 4, I know I'm not going to get hungry.
And
by 9 o'clock, I'm not starving at school.
what happens if you work in the morning? Do you eat breakfast or do you skip breakfast?
No, if I work in the morning, I'll have a little something for breakfast, but chances are I would have had enough for dinner that I'm not in need of a big breakfast.
My word. I'll tell you what the problem is with that for me. So I smoke cigarettes, but IQOS actually, not cigarettes anymore. And that tends to make a person hungrier.
Mm.
So because I live in the countryside, I have to leave a lot earlier to get to Bologna to be at work starting at 9.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have breakfast at home. I'll have maybe some cereal and some coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Generally speaking, not coffee, unless I decide I'm going to go to the bar before I take the bus. And then I'll probably like smoke while I'm waiting for the bus. And then when I get to Bologna, I'm hungry again. So I go have a second breakfast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I'll go and have a croissant or something. I know it's so bad. But then when I go to work, but before I start work, I'll smoke another cigarette, which you see is probably like very bad. And then halfway through, maybe 3 hours into teaching, I'm hungry again.
Well, you probably don't eat that much.
No, I don't eat that much. Also for lunch, I will tend to have like a smaller portion of, let's say, pasta, and then I will always eat vegetables afterwards. I tend to not try overeat, but I do eat gradually throughout the day.
Which is good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, we've got a visitor. Yeah. Paolo. Hi, Paolo. Oh, Alessandra.
Says Alessandra studying with Paolo's computer. Perfect. Hi, Alessandra. Let us know, do you prefer breakfast or lunch? What is a typical type of breakfast in the Bahamas?
Okay, so we do tend to eat very similar things to Americans and British people for breakfast. But the most Bahamian thing you can have for breakfast is tuna and grits.
What is grits?
Grits, it's like polenta, but a liquidy form of polenta, a more liquidy form.
So but is it like
good.
It's good?
It's good because, okay, for example, even if you use canned tuna, like my dad, he'll add lime and spices, and it just makes it taste really good.
What? Yeah. I have to go now to Bahamas to try that. Oh my word, this is very different. We have something in South Africa that's similar to polenta. It's called pap. And people pap.
Pap.
Okay. Yeah, but it's spelled PAP. And people usually eat it. It's called pap and wors, which is like polenta and sausage. People wouldn't eat that for breakfast, but they would definitely eat it for lunch or for dinner. Yeah. Cool. So interesting. Grits. I want to write that down so I can Google it later on.
Yeah.
To understand
in the US, they eat grits sometimes too.
What? Yeah. Does it sort of look like mashed potatoes?
No. Think polenta. That's supposed to. Yeah, think polenta.
Because I really don't know.
So
Alessandra, remember Alessandra?
She prefers breakfast. Okay, so remember Alessandra. No, sorry, I prefer. Perfect. I prefer breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just remember, if you're starting the sentence with I, like the subject, I must always be in capital letters. And what do you normally eat for breakfast, Alessandra? Let us know in the comment section. All right. In the meantime, I think we should get started with our wonderful focus activity for today. All right. So today we're focusing on Sunday brunch. I'm not going to lie, this is probably one of my favorite things to look forward to on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Do you guys in the Bahamas too?
Sorry, a Sunday brunch. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, we have, there are some typical Bahamian Sunday dishes that a lot of Bahamian families will have every Sunday.
Please tell me their names. I would like to Google these.
Okay, chicken sauce is like
Chicken salad.
chicken sauce. Yeah, it's a chicken soup with potatoes, onions, celery, lime, and there's a Bahamian pepper called goat pepper, and allspice are the main flavors of the chicken soup.
I feel like Bahamian food is very tasty, like it's full of flavor.
It is very tasty.
And what else is typical? Chicken sauce.
Conch, which is a mollusk. It's a sea snail. And we eat it in many, many different dishes. We eat it fried, grilled, in salads, in soups. Yeah, we eat it in many different ways. Oh, okay. So Alessandra said, I not eat, but drink, right? I drink soya milk and biscuits and chocolate milk. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Or you could change the sentence and say, I eat biscuits with milk, with soya milk, or chocolate milk. Remember, chocolate we spell like this.
C-H-O-C.
Mm-hmm. It sort of has to sound like chocolate.
Yeah. And careful with soya. We don't say soya, but soy milk. And biscuits is with the letter C, not the letter Q.
Mm-hmm. Biscuits. Okay, awesome. So, chicken sauce, conch. I have to. And what was the other one?
Have a look.
Grits.
Yeah.
I wrote it down. Thank you. All right, let's start. Would you like to read?
Yeah. Sunday brunch. In this focus activity, ordering breakfast and breakfast vocabulary.
This is going to make me so hungry. It's terrible. All right. So, Sunday brunch. What is brunch? What do you usually eat for breakfast? What time do you usually eat breakfast? And do you like American or UK breakfast food? This is very interesting to see. I'd love to know everybody's comments.
Mm-hmm.
What is brunch, guys? This is a good question. Number one, if you know what it is, let us know.
Yes. Remember, it's a combination of two different words. You can probably guess.
And two different words, but two different meals.
Mm-hmm.
I love brunch for the main fact that it feels, I don't know how to explain, but it feels really like home. It feels everyone's happy. Everyone's happy and everyone's eating, and it's just like a joyous occasion. I really, really like it.
Yeah.
So what is brunch, everybody? Let us know. Would you like to maybe explain to them
what brunch is?
Yeah.
Okay, so brunch is a mix between breakfast and lunch. So maybe if you didn't wake up in time to have breakfast, but you're feeling hungry before lunchtime, you might have brunch food. Or it's something you eat at lunchtime, but with elements of breakfast as well.
Yeah. In South Africa, brunch, we wouldn't say it as in we woke up too late. Brunch is, so you have breakfast, you have lunch, but you also have brunch. And maybe it's like that where people meet after, or families meet after church, and then they will have a big breakfast lunch together, or not even after church. Maybe your family just decides, let's have a big meal together as a family, and then they wouldn't eat breakfast, or they would, but they'd also eat brunch.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same in the Bahamas.
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
So what about you guys? Do you guys have brunch? Have you ever had brunch as well? And number 2, so follow us while we're busy answering the questions and let us know in the comment section below. What do you usually eat for breakfast? What about you, Jenna? What do you usually eat?
I usually enjoy a sweet breakfast like the Italians do. So I quite often have biscuits for breakfast and coffee. I almost always have coffee with milk.
Do you want to know a fun fact? That coffee is actually apparently really healthy for you, and it's healthy for your teeth.
Oh, that one I did not believe. I mean, I thought it was but it's good.
I also,
what?
Excuse me, yeah, they say that people who drink coffee or generally drink more coffee tend to visit the dentist less for cavities and teeth pain, like toothache.
That's interesting. Huh.
I don't know how true it is.
Yeah.
I just know my mom loves coffee, but she loves filter coffee. Or, like the weak coffee, like the granules that you would put with the water. It's not necessarily weak, but it's not considered coffee here in Italy.
Yeah.
My mom loves that. She literally would drink, I think, like 10 glasses a day if you let her.
Like
I don't know what her stomach lining looks. Excuse me?
Like Nescafe instant coffee. Yeah. That's
or you drink it too. I love it.
Yeah.
I sometimes wish that I had it here. I need to go to the supermarket and get that. Where did you get it? At the supermarket?
You can find it, yeah, in almost any supermarket, in Carrefour, in Co-op, almost anywhere you can find it. Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad, because the one here, I have a Co-op close to me, and they don't ever have that.
They don't have it? That's strange.
No. Well, it's a smaller Co-op, so maybe they tend to not have a lot of things. Alessandra says, would you like to read?
Yeah, once I ate salmon toast. Ooh, that sounds lovely. And cakes at 11 a.m. Is this brunch? I think so.
Yes. This is a very good combination.
Yeah. What type of cake did you have? I love cakes.
I love cakes too. This is one thing I love about going on holiday to a different country, and if you stay in a hotel, the breakfast buffet is always filled with things you generally wouldn't have for breakfast.
But you have because it's there.
Exactly. When I was telling somebody about this on a webinar, I turned 21 in Dubai. My boyfriend was working there, and then I went to visit him. And it was my birthday, and that specific day, because it was my birthday, I was like, right, let's have a really big buffet breakfast. Even though I was having a buffet breakfast every day, but I was eating like normal fruits and maybe toast or a croissant. But I was like, let's have cakes and donuts and scrambled eggs and everything together. It was amazing.
Oh.
Very delicious. This is a nice adjective. Guys, when we talk about food and the food is very nice, we say it is delicious. Jenna, what time do you usually eat breakfast?
It really depends. It depends what time I start work. It depends what time I go to bed. But let's say around 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And if you start work earlier, like if you start work at 9 o'clock?
If I start at 9 o'clock, then maybe 8 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah.
8 o'clock.
I think that's the perfect time. If I wake up late, which tends to happen on a weekend when I don't work, and then it gets to about 11 o'clock, like I'm a little bit embarrassed to go to the bar and go have breakfast because everyone's starting like their aperitif for lunch. And I'm like, can I please have a croissant and a coffee? And I feel so ashamed inside that I'm eating breakfast so late.
Right.
Because technically I'm supposed to eat lunch like an hour and a half afterwards.
Right. I know I know how that is.
Guys, wake up at time so you can have breakfast. Also, let us know in the comment section, for those of you watching, what time do you usually eat breakfast?
Yeah.
So, continue with the next question.
Okay.
We have some
people. Gianfranco. Oh, hi, Gianfranco. He says, hi, I'm Gianfranco, and I live in Modena, Italy. I am 65 years old. Hi.
Hi, Gianfranco. Welcome. Let us know, what do you usually eat for breakfast, and what time do you usually eat breakfast? Alessandra says, I usually eat breakfast at 9 o'clock. Perfect. I think that's a great time for breakfast.
Rosa, hi Rosa, says I have breakfast at 9 a.m. with milk, coffee, and muesli.
Ooh. We spell muesli with the I-E, if I'm correct. M-E-U.
M-U-E, right? M-U-E-S-L-Y.
S-L-Y and not S-L-I? It's S-L-I.
Oh, S-L-I, right.
Yeah. S-L-I, muesli. I was never a fan, so I didn't really like muesli when I was younger.
Right.
Did you like muesli?
No, it's not something I ate much.
Do you like it?
You know what? Now, yes. With like pieces of chocolate, because I have a sweet tooth, so.
Yes, it's nice muesli that they sell at the Co-op, also the Carrefour, where it's muesli with pieces of chocolate in it. So,
yeah, really I like that.
I don't like muesli with dried fruit because there's usually raisins inside.
Oh, I don't like raisins. I'm not a fan.
Hate raisins. And then it ruins the whole dish because I don't want to eat breakfast and then I have to take out the pieces of raisin.
I know what that's like. Oh, so Gianfranco says, I usually have breakfast. Careful, breakfast is in the morning, 20 o'clock. Okay, we don't say 20 o'clock. You could say 8 o'clock, but 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
So 8 o'clock. Ooh. In the morning. 20 o'clock is very late.
Sorry?
If you had at 8 p.m., it's a very late breakfast. Gianfranco also says, I usually eat milk. So I usually drink milk.
For
coffee with the brioche. So Gianfranco, in Europe, or maybe I think in France and Italy, it's okay to say brioche. In English, we'd probably say a pastry, or it depends on it. Maybe a pastry, a croissant, or a donut.
Yeah.
So just remember that. So either it would be a pastry, because it really depends on what you're eating, a croissant or a donut. For example, I love croissants, but I also like the bombolone. with a cream inside, and that would be like a donut.
Yeah.
A really big and unhealthy donut,
Right,
but
right.
I love it.
You like them.
Yeah. Um,
Gianfranco says, I'm tired because I'm working at home. Okay, yeah, I understand.
It's okay. Here we're, Gianfranco, just remember here we're helping you. So if we correct you, it's not because you're wrong. We want to help you be better in English or do better in English. So do you like American or UK breakfast food? Jenna, this is difficult for you.
It's not so difficult.
You just said that in the Bahamas you usually eat American type of breakfast, but you lived in the UK as well.
Yeah, they're very similar. Maybe
Oh, okay.
Americans eat more pancakes at breakfast than the British
Oh,
do. But yeah, okay. I tend to prefer more of a sweet breakfast, so cereal or biscuits for breakfast. But every now and again, a nice omelette. I really appreciate a nice omelette for breakfast.
funny enough, I said to my boyfriend, either now while we're in quarantine or the minute this finishes, I want a big English breakfast. Because I've been every day eating, because we're not going to the bar, of course. I'm eating cereal and fruit, which I love. Like, I'm not complaining. But I'd like to eat something salty for breakfast. I don't mind waking up at 7 o'clock to start cooking or baking or whatever, just so that I can have a table full of food.
Yeah. Be nice. Franco says, I like pastry and normal. Okay, remember adjective first. Normal croissants. Okay, so plain croissants. Nothing, no chocolate, no pistachio in the middle. Normal.
Sometimes this is nice, like the normal croissant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Gianfranco also says, I don't know both breakfasts, but I think English breakfast is better for me.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe we can repeat what it is. An English breakfast is salty. So it's not sweet like Jenna likes. It's a salty food. And it's usually some toast with bacon and scrambled eggs. And I think they also put baked beans with it.
Yeah, that's a big thing, baked beans. Yeah, I was trying to remember what's the difference between American and UK breakfast, and it's the baked beans that makes it really.
The Americans not put the baked beans?
Sorry?
Do the Americans not put baked beans?
I don't think so. I think that's more British, a little more.
I probably think so too. And then Jenna was also saying that Americans, although they do eat the typical salty food, they probably like more sweet food, like you said pancakes. I think maybe flapjacks and waffles as well.
Yeah.
Flapjacks and waffles. Do you like flapjacks?
I can't remember the last time I had a flapjack, honestly. Waffles, yes.
Waffles are nice, but I like waffles sort of like a dessert after, because I usually like it with ice cream.
Yeah.
Gianfranco asks, what is salty? Salty food is when
it's
not sweet at all. So actually the correct word I should have used is savory. And I don't know if I spelled it right. And savory, if I have to use the Italian, it's salato. So it's not a sweet breakfast, but the breakfast is more salato. It's sort of like the taste of pasta or lunch or dinner is the taste. So yes, keep writing to us and let us know. Do you prefer or do you like American or UK breakfast food? So let us continue.
Okay, shall we alternate? Okay, breakfast food. Which food? Go ahead.
Sorry. No, you go.
Which foods do you like?
Which don't you like?
Okay, so we've got bacon,
fried egg,
omelette,
scrambled eggs,
toast,
pancakes,
waffles,
baked beans,
and sausages. Okay.
Yo, a lot of nice food.
Okay, so match A to I with the words.
So we're going to go one by one through them. So in the comment section, let us know what word goes with the pictures. I like all of them.
Yeah, me too.
Terrible. You know that you love food when you don't say anything bad about any type of food. Oh, Gianfranco says, I prefer sweet rather than salty. So Gianfranco is like you, Jenna.
Yeah.
You like sweet food or sweet breakfast. Awesome, Gianfranco. So let us know. A, what would A be? Do you eat A?
Not enough for breakfast. I would eat it, but since I've lived in Italy, it's not something I make for myself anymore. Maybe I
for breakfast or for lunch?
Sorry?
For breakfast or for lunch?
For breakfast, yeah. Maybe I would prefer it as an omelette or even boiled. I like, but
I like boiled eggs as well, but maybe not completely boiled, as in the yolk still needs to be soft inside.
Yeah.
Sometimes, what is it called again? Where I don't know if this is English or if it's typical German. Where you boil the egg, but you don't boil it long enough for the entire yolk to become hard, and then you crack it open up and you peel it a bit and you dunk your bread or your toast inside of it. What is it called?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
It's typical German because I remember my mom is German. I remember doing it a lot when I was younger, and I remember eating that when I was in Germany. Funny enough, I think I'm going to make that for dinner. That sounds so good. Yeah. So Alexandra says, I like omelette, toast, and pancakes. All right, perfect. Great answer. I like your sentence. Gianfranco says A is bacon.
No, it's not bacon.
So A is not bacon. So what we would like you guys to do, because I see that Alessandra went straight for the other questions, let us know the names of these food. So we will start with A. Maybe we should give the answer to them, you think?
The answer.
A is scrambled eggs.
What is letter B from the list?
So the one underneath it. Alessandra has got B and C. Pancake. And sausages.
Sausages, yeah. So pancakes are similar to crepes, but they're just a bit thicker.
Mhm.
or much
And
thicker.
flapjacks, yeah. And flapjacks are also similar to pancakes, just smaller in size and thicker, like a little bit bigger in the dimension, in height. Maybe you guys can repeat the pronunciation with us. So I'm going to say it, and then Jenna's going to repeat. And while you guys are at home, repeat after us. Scrambled eggs,
Pancakes.
sausages.
Mm.
I know sausage is one that they sometimes struggle with. So
Hmm.
while we're doing it, guys, even if you look silly, even though you might not feel comfortable, say it with us. Repeat after us. What is D? So now we're going on to D. It says on D, I love you. So
Oh, that's
sweet.
cute.
I want to find a toaster that can imprint something on the
Right.
toast.
That'd be really nice. And careful, in Italian, when you use this word, generally it's because it's a sandwich, but in English, it's not necessarily a sandwich. It can just be the bread that has been put in the toaster.
Yeah. With what you're saying, the bread is not soft. Okay. The bread has been toasted, which it has been. I'm trying to give the answer. The bread is harder and it's warm. Okay. Alessandra has also got it again. She says, oh, Gianfranco's got it too. It is toast.
Good.
So it was really important that you mentioned that. So when we say we'd like toast in English country, we're not talking about a sandwich with maybe ham and cheese and lettuce. We're just talking about toasted bread. Usually we'll eat that maybe with butter, Nutella, jam or margarine. Exactly. And remember, the object that we put the bread inside is called a toaster. What about E? Alessandra has E.
Good. An omelette. Also Gianfranco.
No. He got two of them mixed up. So if you look at Gianfranco's answer, he says E and H, which he's got the right answers, just for the wrong letters.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay. So E is an omelette, yes.
And F, what is F? I see that Alessandra has it. Baked beans.
Yes.
I don't know if you get this in Italy. You do get baked beans. No, I don't think I've actually seen it.
I have never noticed it. Yeah.
No, like you get fagioli.
Yeah.
But it's not
jar,
or in like the carton. But guys, when you go to America, South Africa, maybe Australia and England, baked beans they're a little bit smaller and they're usually in tomato sauce, like a type of tomato liquid. So let us know also if you've eaten baked beans before.
Exactly. So cooked beans in a sort of tomato sauce, as you said. Okay.
Repeat the pronunciation one more time.
Yeah. Toast.
Omelette.
Baked beans.
Perfect. Alessandra has G.
Good. Bacon.
Rosa also has G. Bacon. This one is very, very difficult to find in Italy. So you guys have pancetta and guanciale, but you don't have bacon like this, unfortunately. I know it's very difficult to find this type of streaky bacon. Have you found it here in Italy?
No, but honestly, I haven't searched enough for it.
I've searched in probably all of the stores. I know that pancetta is equivalent to some sort of bacon and guanciale as well, but it's just not the same as streaky bacon like we would
No,
eat
not quite the same.
somewhere. Ooh, Alessandra has
fried egg, good.
Gianfranco didn't have H, but I did understand what he was trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It is a fried egg. Fried egg. And that leaves us with the last one. Gianfranco got it, Alessandra got it, and so did Rosa.
Waffle.
You want to repeat the pronunciation?
Sure. Bacon.
Fried egg.
Waffles.
Awesome. You guys were great. Well done. Now we have drinks.
Yeah. So what would you like to drink? When we ask somebody, what would you like? It's similar to what do you want, but it's more formal. It's more polite. So maybe in a restaurant or in a cafe, someone might ask this question.
Yes. When someone is taking your order, when there is a menu, and you have to tell them what you would like, what you want. So we let's alternate again.
Yeah.
So we have orange juice,
coffee,
tea,
cappuccino. I don't have to pronounce that.
No. But I think that we say it very differently in English. We wouldn't say cappuccino. We would probably be like a cappuccino.
That's probably true. Yes.
Yeah. Hot chocolate.
Milk.
Oh, Gianfranco says, sorry, now I have to go. Thank you. See you later. Bye, Gianfranco.
Sorry about that.
So, help us match the vocabulary to the pictures. We'll start with letter A.
What is letter A? I usually have this in my coffee, but I don't have a regular one. I have the soy variety.
Did you used to drink normal milk?
I did, but my partner drinks soy milk, so.
I remember you told me. You know what's funny about milk? So I've grown up my whole life knowing it's okay to drink milk. I never thought anything bad of it. Here in Italy, the people are actually really rather against people drinking normal milk. Yeah, they say normal milk after a certain age is really, really bad for you.
I've heard that, yeah, but
I don't know how true it is, but sometimes it's really nice to have just a normal glass of milk because there's so much protein and calcium inside of it. So a lot of the time, a doctor would suggest that unless you're lactose intolerant, then you don't drink milk at all or any dairy products. So yeah, guys, help us match up.
Yeah, everything.
I just gave that away. I gave that one away. So I'm literally gonna give it. So A is milk. Both Jenna and I gave you the answer.
Yes.
What were you saying before I interrupted you?
Oh no, that I suppose it's easy enough to get calcium from other sources, vegetable sources.
Probably, yes. But it's just strange because when you come from one country and you're so used to life in this way and then you move to a different country and what you see as normal is not necessarily normal for them. I remember I had a glass of milk once and the person I was living with was like, why are you doing that?
Oh,
why are you drinking? Yeah, I was
that is strange. No, I didn't realize.
Yeah, Google it, and then you let me know what the results are.
Yeah.
Alessandra actually gives us.
All the answers.
Ooh, she actually gives us all of the answers.
Okay, let's have a look. B
So
or
we gave milk. B.
Orange juice. Good.
Mm-hmm.
C, cappuccino. Yes. What Italian doesn't recognize a cappuccino?
D.
Hot coffee. Yes. Oh no,
No, D.
no. There's a lemon in there. That's not a coffee.
Yeah, that's not coffee. That lemon will spoil the coffee if it was milk. You'd get very sick. So D is tea.
Mm-hmm.
So this is important. Coffee and cappuccino and espresso, that's for Italian people. But tea is for English. It's just like a difference.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Also, the idea of adding milk to your tea is not something many Italians do, but British people do it all the time.
Yes. Especially if you have like Earl Grey, generally add milk to it. I don't think they really add milk to green tea.
No, the herbal teas, no.
No herbal teas. Like, have you ever had rooibos tea?
Yeah.
You have. That's typically from South Africa. You actually don't get rooibos tea from another country. We give it to the world.
Mm-hmm.
That tea is really, really nice without milk. Like you put like some honey or some sugar.
Yeah.
But it's even better with milk and a rusk. Do you know what a rusk is?
A rusk?
Oh, okay, never mind. Don't worry. A rusk is like a typical thing in South Africa. I thought maybe they would have had it in England. It's like dried bread that they crush and they remake it with condensed milk.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a sweet type of bread.
Okay. No, I don't know much about that.
Sorry.
So Rosa has said E is chocolate. Yes, it's hot chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
With some whipped cream, it seems. A little bit of cream.
Yeah, in the top and the middle. Mm-hmm. And F is the last one, which is coffee.
Yes.
I think what's important to remember here is that in other countries, in English-speaking countries, F is not a coffee for us. F is an espresso. Coffee, like Jenna and I explained earlier on, is more instant. It's the granules that you have to mix with hot water and milk. That would be coffee.
But it's still, we would say normally we would just say an espresso, but it's an espresso coffee.
Oh, yes, if you want to be more specific. But I don't think in a lot of houses, like I know in South Africa, rarely ever does someone have an espresso machine.
Yeah, no, that's...
So it's not typical. Common. Like we just use the kettle and make the granulated coffee. So we are running out of time, guys. Let us know if you have any more questions or any more examples. Maybe you could let us know what other typical things do you guys eat for lunch?
Yeah.
For lunch.
We can have a little look at some of the expressions with would like.
We have a minute.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I don't think it's going to be enough time in this. We could go through all of the things that we've learned so far. Remember, guys, when we say something tastes nice, it is.
What is the word? It begins with the letter D.
So we might have to give them the answer. It is delicious. Delicious. And what is brunch, Jenna?
Brunch is a mix between breakfast and lunch. So some of the things that you would eat at brunch are things that you would typically eat at breakfast, and other things are things that you would typically eat at lunch.
Mm-hmm. And let's see, have we? I don't know.
Like
okay,
salmon toast was a good example.
Salmon toast. Yes, that was typical. Remember that we don't call the pastry for breakfast the brioche. We would either call it a pastry, a croissant, or a donut. And the last one that we were talking about is when something is not sweet. So the opposite of sweet is salty or savory.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, guys, we have to say goodbye. So goodbye, have a good evening, and buon appetito, because it is almost dinner time. Bye, guys. See you next time.
Have a good evening.